I was thinking about meditation and my various meditation practices because those had evolved throughout my life, and as everything does throughout one's life. But I was first introduced to meditation by my parents, as I believe you know, and this was when I was a teenager, perhaps even before seventh, eighth grade, and I found it extremely beneficial then and meditated. My memory fails me often, but on and off throughout, the end of middle school and into high school. And then I got off of it for a very long time and then returned to it when I was, in my mid 40s. And I cannot speak to its benefits. The fact that I had repicked it up was probably one of the most pivotal things that I have done in my adult life. Not to put too fine a point on it, its power is immense, and I will leave it at that. So I encourage you to find a meditative practice, and there are many, there's no perfect way to go about it, and you just need to find what works for you, and there are many programs and people and different ways of doing it. My personal preference was simply focusing on your breath and that type of meditation, and in certain regards, in a sense, focusing on the absence of anything or focusing on nothing. But there are other methods where you will chant and guided meditations and all these sorts of things. And I encourage you to try them all, quite frankly, and see what fits best. There are many gurus, but again, there is no perfect way to go about it. And I would encourage you to change throughout your practice, as I did. And I found it a good way to relearn old things that I had forgotten and to find new ways of approaching the practice and with it life. And it's something I would say you should consider, as you know well, having seen me done it in the past so many times. At one point it was, it depends on the schedule that life gives you, although arguably I would say it depends on the schedule that you make rather than the one that you are given. But there was a point where I was meditating usually in the mornings for 15 to 20 minutes, and then on the weekend I would engage in a longer practice of anywhere to a half hour to an hour. And that fluctuated all throughout time. Busy moments in my life when I arguably did not have my head on straight, I meditated less or for less periods of time, perhaps 5 to 10 minutes, and without the longer periods on the weekend. But you will find your own practice, and I encourage you to do so. Although if you choose not to do so, that is okay as well. There are no requirements. These are just thoughts and suggestions of things that I had found helpful. So, with that, I will bid you adieu. I love you, and I'm thinking about you, as always.